How do products and companies get their names?
Let's talk about that. Good mythical morning!
Every day, you and I encounter thousands of products and companies that are named.
That's a good observation.
Thank you for that. I mean, but sometimes I'm thinking, where did that name come from? How did that name come about? Well, I've been fascinated to discover that there are companies who are solely devoted to naming other products and other companies' names.
That is an interesting factoid.
I mean, I'm talking about around the globe, there are upwards of 50 firms who just devote themselves to coming up with names. And then there are companies who will buy those names.
That's a fun job.
Who will pay these companies $500,000 to come up with the perfect name for their business.
Whoa, we should do this.
I mean, typically
what are we doing making internet videos?
That's what I'm saying, man.
Hey, we can name some stuff.
Typically it's $30,000 to $80,000.
I'll take it
per
too.
name.
Yeah, I'll give you 20 names right now.
But I think I like coming up with names, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give some background about these professional namers.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna see if we can try our hand at it.
Right, because they have
and name some things.
These companies have this philosophy, right? There's one company called, what is the name of this company? It's called Catchword. That's a good name for a company that names companies.
Well, you better have a good name.
They use something called the naming spectrum. They've come up with some things that you may have heard of, like they came up with the name BlackBerry. Remember that? Not for the fruit.
Research in Motion
was not a good name.
So they changed it.
They changed it to BlackBerry. It was not a scratch and sniff device as I thought it was. It was just a BlackBerry, but it was popular for a time. They came up with Starbucks refreshers.
You should call your coffee company Starbucks.
What's Starbucks refreshers? What do they do?
I don't know.
Add more caffeine to your coffee?
I think it adds fruit flavoring to your coffee. McBistro.
Oh.
The movie Idiocracy.
So they've got some clout in this industry. They use something called the naming spectrum. And there are a couple of different things that you can do. So at one end of the spectrum, you've got just straightforward names, like what is the product? Descriptive names like Raisin Bran, shredded wheat. What is that, Marge?
Cheese.
It's shredded wheat. It's a brand now. Shredded wheat's a brand, but it's also a thing. And then you've got things that are just totally arbitrary. They call those empty vessels. These are names that mean absolutely nothing. Hulu. Now I'm not saying they came up with all these. Hulu, Exxon, Kodak.
Right. They're just.
I don't know what that is, but I want to buy it, kind of thing. And then there are coined names. These are names that kind of combine words and have some sort of essence to them, but they are completely made up.
Like Netflix. Yeah.
Spotify. You know, I kind of get Netflix. I don't get Spotify. I don't get how does that have anything to do with music? I don't know, but I want to Spotify myself all of a sudden when I hear the word. And then there's another company that uses a totally different philosophy. They're called 100 Monkeys. Another good name for a company that, not really, but.
How many monkeys does it take to come up with a $500,000 name?
They break all these names down into 25 different categories. You got names of real people like Tesla, Jack Daniels. You got names of imaginary mascots like the Jolly Green Giant, Dr. Pepper. You got Americana names like Baby Ruth, mythical names, Nike, Pandora, and then foreign feeling names like Clinique or Häagen-Dazs. Is it Hagen or Hagen? Hagen? Häagen-Dazs. Häagen-Dazs. That's very
ice cream,
foreign sounding and makes you want to eat ice cream.
Okay, now here's what I think when it comes to naming. I think it's like golf. You just kind of look at it, you're like, okay, that's easy and kind of boring. I'm not interested. But then when you actually play golf, you realize, oh, this is difficult and still maybe boring.
I need to pay for lessons?
You appreciate it. So I think this whole naming thing is something that we should try our hands at so that we can fully appreciate people paying, 6 figures for the name of their company.
And if you're a company out there and you need a name and you want to pay us 6 figures, based on how we performed today, feel free to call us up.
Our names are Rhett and Link.
The first product we're going to start with, you may recognize this from your past or your present, depending on what your habits are, Meatloaf.
Now this has a branding problem. No one is like, oh, Meatloaf, that's my favorite food.
Right, so I'm going to change all that right now. Just pretend that I'm at a kiosk at the mall and you're walking by. Hi, sir.
Were you hiding behind your
I was
kiosk?
in my kiosk. It's comfortable in there. We could hang out sometime, but right now I want to tell you about my new thing here. Meat Cubed. It's meat in 3 dimensions. Would you like a taste?
You mean Meatloaf?
No.
Is this Meatloaf?
It's reminiscent of Meatloaf, but it's the Meatloaf of the future. Meat cubed, meat in 3 dimensions.
As opposed to Meatloaf, which is in how many dimensions?
We don't talk about that. You want to go to the kiosk?
Well, how does it taste?
I got more where that came from. It tastes like meatloaf.
Will you taste it?
Well, I haven't warmed this one up in a while. I've been getting people to try it all day at the mall, and it's still frozen on the inside. But
meat cubed?
You can smell it. It smells a lot like meatloaf, but it's a little bit different in a good
But it's
way.
in 3 dimensions.
Meat cubed. The meatloaf of the future.
That is an improvement on meatloaf. The word loaf, I think, is the problem.
I thought I did good.
Followed closely by the word meat. All
Okay.
right, I've got another one. All right, here we have...
Come out of your kiosk.
Oh, well, hold on, I'm gonna say what this is first.
Okay.
This is a styrofoam sphere.
Oh, I knew that.
It's like this?
Yeah. Hi.
Hey, dude, check this out.
Ooh.
May I present to you
Yes.
Sphere Boy? The brand new toy that your children are gonna love.
I can tell already.
As you can see, it's totally smooth, spherical in shape,
Yep.
and male in gender. It is the Sphere Boy.
Rick, can I hold it?
You can hold it, and you can play with it, and a little of it comes off in your hands.
Where do you put the battery?
It doesn't take a battery. You just
Even better.
play with it.
I can
Just
palm it.
you just hold it, and you just take it around with you, and it can be like a paperweight.
Okay, it's kind of
Sphere Boy.
I don't know if I want one.
You don't like this one, huh? All right.
This product is just your average everyday peeler. Okay?
Like a carrot peeler.
Hi, sir. How's your day going?
Great.
You like peeling stuff?
Sure.
Because I got your best friend for a man who likes to peel stuff. It's called Marsyas.
What?
Marsyas, named after the mythical beast who was skinned alive by Apollo for challenging his authority. You want to take the skin off a mythical creature, or you want to take the skin off of a peach? Because either way, Marsyas can do it.
So that can peel a peach?
It can peel anything you want,
I
including
think it'll peel
human
a
skin.
carrot.
Human skin.
Sounds kind of gross.
Marsyas. Now you can peel things like a Greek god.
Okay, this is going well. Lastly, we have these. Let's put these on. These are wig renderings of a mullet, which I think has branding problems. Let's go into the kiosk first. 3, 2, 1. Hey, coming to you from the top hairstylist of the world, us. We've got a brand new style for you.
Do you get sunburn on your neck?
Yeah, no,
Not
I used
anymore with Nakabe.
That's right. The one-of-a-kind hairstyle for people who don't want to show the back of their neck. It's called Nakabe.
Do you take life kinda seriously, but not too seriously? And like to party?
Nakabe. That's right. It's you want to feel like a superhero
Without a cape?
Nakabe.
Do you own a jet ski?
Nakabe. Do you have opinions that people tend to poo-poo?
Nakabe? Do you smoke cigarettes?
And race vehicles.
Nakabe. See how it works?
All right.
You should get one.
Thanks for liking and commenting on this episode. I'm sure you can comment with what you think are the superior titles for the things that we have done, except for Sphere Boy. You ain't gonna be able to top that, but I dare you.
Do you know what time it is?
Hi, my name's Christina Manchitsky. I'm from Brandon, Manitoba, Canada, and it's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
Do you like to look at pictures of horses? Miniature horses? Instagram. Rhett Link Instagram.
All right, do it.
Nakape.
Click through to Go Mythical More where we discuss origin stories for 6 crazily named companies.
Teenage girls. Your hair looks great.
I think your hair looks great too.
Did you go to the Nakape place? Because I heard about them and I went too, but I didn't see you. Maybe your Nakape was in the way of my eyes.
I totally went there, but I totally didn't see you because my Nakape, I think, was in my eyes.
Well, I can kind of see your roots a little bit. That's the thing that I wanted to tell you is that I like the thing that you did with the highlights, but you did root. I can see your roots.
It's kind of streaky.
Yeah, it's not cool at all because it doesn't look like my Nakape. My Nakape is cool.
Almost called it Big Daddy, but the URL was taken.
Oh yeah, because I had it.
And that's not. It sounds.
You ain't gonna get BigDaddy.com from me.